I'm still getting pounded every morning. 2.5 years of day trading with no improvement seen at all. Probably no improvements in the foreseeable future. Not a day goes by where I don't want to quit. So what better time to make a YouTube video and educate the people? Well, let's not say educate because I have no good feedback to give. But a status update for anyone interested. Shout out to my 6 viewers on the channel. My live account is almost gone. You've heard this enough times. The fact that it's still alive, I think, is pretty impressive. I went this last week, no trades at all. And I want to talk about it. So let's look at the month. March 2026, okay? Started at $250, ended at $130. I think that's almost exactly 50% loss there. And a lot of losses in those trades, you see? Consistently taking losing streaks. Look at that 4 loss streak. Very common. I'm used to it. It doesn't really affect me at this point. 2 winners in a row, though. That's big news for me, man. That is big news. Haven't had that in a while. But it got erased pretty quick. Look at the equity curve here. Consistently moving down, man. Look at this is the 2 win streak right here. It looks so promising. Starting the month off feeling like $1,000,000 and completely wiped just a few weeks later, 2 weeks into the month of March, and they're all gone. And this is what started the week of no trades because I'm seeing this consistently going down. I'm thinking something has got to change. But before I get into that, the $100 min, right? What does that mean? Why is that on the screen? Why is it so big? The account balance on NinjaTrader needs to be $100 for you to even trade one MES or MNQ contract. And I am at $134. And you see the minimum stop loss is $20. The ones you're seeing in the 4s, 10s, 7s, that's after moving the stop loss. So original stop loss position is usually $30. And that's already way too tight. I'm getting grilled in every comment section. Peter, your stop loss is too tight. You should use some more room. I'm trying, my boys. I am trying so hard. But when the account balance is this small and you could only trade such little contracts, it gets hard to manage. And I'm not giving up on this account yet, okay? So $100 minimum, I'm at $130. 1 or 2 losses and I'm below that $100 limit. Now I can't trade anymore. So I'm trying to pick some good setups. I'm limiting my setups. I don't want to take everything. And I'll show you how I'm limiting and if it was good or bad. Well, I don't know if it was good or bad. Anyway, get to it later. Now, what if I do blow this account? I have 2 paths forward. Path number 1, put $1,000 into the account. Keep my risk tiny as I'm doing. $30, maybe $60, $100 at most. No, $100 is crazy. Blow it in 10 trades. Probably stick to this $30 loss. Give it a little bit room, maybe $40, $50, but you're getting so close to the... Anyway, that's one option. At $1,000, build it up to maybe 2,000, 3,000. Ideally, take my 1,000 back and continue to build it up. Option number 2, go on the funded route. I really don't want to go on the funded route strictly because the management of it sucks. You get a 50K account, you say risk 1% a trade, you're at $500 you want to risk per trade. Ideally, with the volatility, that could range anywhere from $300 to $800, right? And the 50K account could only go down to 48K, I believe, or 47K as some. Let's say 48K to keep it simple. So you could only lose $2,000. That's maybe 2 to 5 trades-ish. So it's not great management. You're blowing accounts in 3-4 trades. Not very ideal. Accounts should be able to go into more drawdown. But I'm not completely opposed to that route. Maybe I spend $50, $100 a week, right? That's basically a stop loss that I was talking about in the $1,000 account and the bare minimum stop loss you need for an MES or MNQ trade, really. So I'm not completely opposed, still thinking about it. But for now, this account is still live and the comeback story is still in progress, okay? It's not over yet. If I have to put in $1,000, that comeback story isn't as cool. But if I could somehow recover $130 back to my original 4K, Oh man, it would be cinematic. It would be amazing. Now, why did I go last week no trades? Besides the obvious, right? I'm clearly losing, so something needs to change. A full 2 weeks into the month, January, February, consistently going down. So I said, let me play even more patient. I mean, I'm the most patient fella in the industry, I would say. But I said, let me wait for even more. Like, I don't even want to think about this trade not working out. So I'm going to wait for everything to line up. Maybe not everything, say 9 out of 10 things. Counting the things I don't want to see, right? So it's not 9 things that I do want to see, maybe 4, 5 things supporting the entry, and then a few items that I don't want to see, where I've seen this before and the trade instantly doesn't work out. So it's a combination of both of those, seeing what I want to see, not seeing what I don't want to see at the same time. And as I'll show you in these journal entries, that doesn't seem to be happening, at least in this last week. Is it the war issue messing up the market? I think that's cope. I'm still seeing a few opportunities to get in trades that work out. Of course, it's hindsight right now. But what am I thinking on these trades? Okay, so I started writing down in the journal. Since I wasn't taking any trades, I said, let me at least write some things down. What's going on in my brain? So these are exact summarized, of course, line items from my journal entry. So on Monday, I saw one good trade. And the reason I did not take it is because of these 3 items here. So the open was really choppy, right? You open, it went up a little, down a little, maybe the other way, down a little, up a little, stayed in the same range. So I didn't really have a reason to favor one side or the other. And when it did get to one of my key levels, there was another level right next to it. So this was a bounce up, I believe. So it went down to the level under. But by the time I see my entry, it's hitting that other level that I said was close. So now I'm debating, it could bounce down off this level because it's a key level for me, right? So I decided not to take it. And what do you know? It blows through that level, ignoring it completely. I don't know what to do there, right? That's just intuition. Hopefully it builds up. It's not building up so far, spoiler. And on top of this, I didn't see many confluences. Like I was saying, those 5-ish things that I look for, I didn't see much. So I decided, let me sit out of it. And I guess that was a mistake because it was the best trade of the day. Now Thursday, very similar story. Okay, choppy open. None of the confluences that I was talking about, those 5 things. And it did have a level, okay? Now, since it was one level, a bit cleaner, but since I didn't see anything else, like I was talking about, I'm looking at the good setups. I said, let me sit out of it because I'm missing X and Y. And mistake again because it worked out flawlessly. Now Friday is kind of the opposite of Monday and Thursday, or at least the opposite of Thursday. Friday, I had a few things supporting my direction, but I had no key level. So once again, I said, let me sit out. And it worked out, of course, because I journaled it. Now, I don't know what to do here. You could say, Peter, simplify it, make your strategy simpler so you're taking these setups. But then I take too many losses because that's what I was doing all through March. I said, these trades don't have to be perfect. Take it if you feel it. It's okay if it's missing X and Y. And I kept taking losses. So now I'm saying, play it more patient. Do wait for X and Y to happen. Then take it. So I'm in this constant battle. Am I too simple? Am I too restricted? And I don't know where the proper middle ground is. One note that I repeated a few times is to let the lower time frame play out. You're feeling okay with it, but then a little bit of a higher time frame, take the entry there. And I don't know if that's exactly what I want to do because just looking at the higher time frame entries doesn't seem like I have too much luck because you're at a bigger stop, right? So you got to target a bigger move to get a decent RR, even if it's 1R or 2R. You gotta wait for a decently big move. And if you've seen any of my videos, you know that I wait too much on those big moves, and they don't happen too often. If you're trading daily within 10, 15 minutes, right? I'm always less than 30 minutes, or very often my trades last less than 30 minutes, more like 10 minutes. I mean, in this month, a few seconds and I'm getting stopped out every time, right? So I haven't found that middle ground. I'm still thinking about it. If I come up with something, you guys will be the first to know, but hopefully that was useful to someone. That's my update, me yapping about a few things. And good luck out there.